Alrighty, welcome back to another tutorial. This time we will be doing Jade Creek. So like I said in the previous video, if you don't like Dragon Valley, you're going to hate Jade Creek because Jade Creek is like Dragon Valley 2.0 with more. So if you like those technical aspects and going fast and getting it right, you're gonna love Jade Creek here. So we're just gonna get right into it. Forewarned about this level and me is that this is one of my more weaker levels. So you're gonna see a nice little addendum at the in the description of this. I do recommend looking at that because I may not get a lot of these tricks right within time span of this video. So those addendums is going to show you what it looks like when done correctly. So that will cover that. That was just a good forewarning there. You also will not see me pause as much and explain. I'm going to try to explain and then a bunch of stuff, and then at initial pause, don't pause, because a lot of these tricks do require, tricks and maneuvers do require a lot more concentration, and a lot of it requires very good rhythm and timing. So let's just get right into it, and you'll see what I mean. So actually, there's something I will be doing almost immediately, is at the start of this level, I am going to be holding down right. Because you want to do a drop kick almost immediately when this level starts. So there's your first thing without a pause here. So here we go, I'm going to do my drop kick, and then there's going to be a dandelion right here. We're going to grab that dandelion, and the whole level, the gist of this level is that there's going to be dandelions and users to float around the level and whatnot. We don't want to float, period. We want to avoid dandelions as much as possible for a majority of the level. We are going to use some of the dandelions to get some vertical height and then just drop them. I mean, or just to, stuff like that. I mean, but apart from that, we won't be using the dandelions for any other purpose. We are going to take that dandelion, we're going to drift over a little bit, and then we're going to jump to drop off, but we want to jump down and then immediately spin down up. This is going to land us to a platform. And on that platform, we're just going to keep going, and there's gonna be like a little leaf there. I'll pause and show you with that little plant or leaf or plant that's growing out of the ground, because we want to boost around that point, and then after we boost beyond that point, we're going to be falling down a slope. We're gonna jump off that slope, and then there's gonna be a little bit of waterfall, and then once we fall into a waterfall, we want to do a ground spin, and that should clear us enough so I can get to another pause and just kind of show and see everything here. So here we go. We're just gonna see this in action. There's the dandelion coming down. There's the plant. I'm right on it. This is when we're going to do our boost, right here. We're going to fall down here, and see this slope, like I said earlier, we're going to jump off that slope. This is going to generate speed. Now, we're actually going to just hold right, and we're going to fall onto this waterfall platform, like I mentioned earlier. As soon as we do, we're going to do a down spin holding up, so we can glide across the next portion. Boom, like that. That was perfect. So, we're going to end up here, and ow, I hit my controller on accident there. Whoopsies. Alright. Bloopers. Alright, so once we get past that, we are going to fall into water. So what we're going to do is we want to kind of like nudge down a little bit, because there is going to be a wall, and there's going to be a giant frog. We're going to try nudge down it so we can just kind of fit between his legs. So here we go. Nudging down a little. There we go. So once we get under his legs like this, we're going to boost right. I'm going to explain a little bit of water physics really fast, because what we're going to do, I can't really just say and do it, or pause buffer and do it like I've been, doing before, because it is really precise what we're going to be doing. So, when you're underwater, Lilac moves a little bit slower, I guess, to a degree, but her movement physics is really awkward. So what's going to happen here is that we're going to hold jump. We're going to boost, and then we're going to do a down kick. And once we're going to approach a very specific enemy, there's going to be two of them. I will try to pause buffer so we can see him. But there's going to be two enemies, and there's one of them we're going to basically down kick onto. And then as we're down kicking, we're going to hold jump, and then repeatedly down kick. When you do this, anytime you hold jump onto water, Lilac wants to rise. Anytime you dive kick, Lilac wants to go as fast as possible going down. So when you combine the two functions, Lilac is going to go in a diagonal really fast. Period. So we're going to do that about 3 times, like 3 dive kicks after we hit that guy. And this should actually lead us onto a platform. So here we go, I'll show you. Oh, there you go. See, when I said, like, you gotta be very careful. Like, I can't really pause very much. That's what I was talking about. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. Oops. I wanted too many there. But you saw how I landed here. That's what we wanted. And once we get here, smooth sailing. We're just gonna go hop, 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 hop. We're gonna get past this guy. If you hop just little tiny hops, you can just go right through him, no problem. And then we're gonna kind of like cyclone away up here. Hop, cyclone. Okay, so once we see this thing right here, I'm gonna add a save state right here because... Okay, so this plant, we're gonna do a boost. And then we're just going to hold right. It's just like this, we're going really fast kind of thing. But we're going to have to do a jump cyclone at a very precise moment. So I'm going to show you where that precise moment is. So as you can tell, we're going really fast, and there it goes, right here. This is the precise moment, right here. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Here, roughly around this patch of grass, mostly to the middle of it. As long as you jump and then cyclone like this, we should end up somewhere in air right here. And we're going to cancel that cyclone, by the way. And once we're here, we're going to immediately do a boost towards that wall. And then down kick. Because when we do that, this platform in particular is a little awkward. But if Lilac is just barely at a specific point, and then you do a down kick, she will actually immediately connect with this platform, even though it looks like she can't connect with it. And then you can just clear the end of this first screen, if I can make the jump. So let's see it all in action. Here we go. Pray to God I don't miss this jump. Right, here we go. It's a very easy jump to miss. Yep, I missed it. So you notice how I know I missed it? Right there. To the right of Lilac, see how there's like a little dent into the wall? You need to be somewhat above this dent to know that 100% this is going to work. If it doesn't, what you can do is say, oh, I fell a little short like this. You can just kind of carry the boost here and just hop this normally, which is a little bit slower. We're going to try this one last time. Like I said, there will be an addendum if I don't get it this time, just so you can actually see what it looks like. There we go, got it. Oh, and then I fell down. You got to be very careful. Make sure to not hold right sometimes. Just chill for a second at the jump, or else you'll see what happens. You might just fall off. Alright, so the tough section was done. Now we can chill a little bit. So on this slope, you know, if you remember during the initial tutorial video that if Lilac does a ground cyclone off, like, and you jump off of ground, and then you're in air and you cancel it, you may immediately cyclone again. That's how you can get 2 cyclones. We're going to utilize that tech right here. We're going to ground cyclone off of this, fall down, cyclone again before we hit the ground, and fall down. Because it's like a zigzag kind of maze here. You'll see, but we want to hit to the bottom of this. Cyclone off, down kick, cyclone off, down kick. Boom. Just like that. And then fall down. So once we fall here, there's another alternative way of doing this little segment here. I'm going to show you my way, and then in the addendum, I'll show the other way. It's a little bit more tricky, but can work. So you're just going to fall down here, dive kick right down, and just hold right. There's going to be a little shark torpedo. We want to be just under him. Now, you see this little reed grass thing coming up here? We're going to uppercut off of this, and then we're going to boost in the air going right. Like that. Because the boost will give us some immunity after she lands. We can get past this and we no problem. And then we're going to jump as we're near the beginning of this crest of this slope here. Boom. We wanted it also I did a little late there, we'll end up. But you should end up collecting all those gems and end up here. Now, the reason why this is all important, getting all those gems precisely, is because we want to jump here. At that corner of this, we kind of want to boost, or a little bit forward, doesn't matter. And you will barely have enough energy to boost it, so make sure your energy management is perfect. And if it's not, make sure to get these extra crystals so you can cover this. Because we're going to jump up, boost, down kick, jump, down kick, like that. Boom. Now you can do that a little faster with 2 down kicks, but it depends on where you landed on the boost. And you could probably add a little cyclone to keep her higher in the land, because you want to hit this particular slope in any fashion. Once you hit that slope, you're just going to follow it down, and oops. Now there's a chance you can get hit by the bubble. It won't slow you down really. But once you get here, as soon as this breaks, we're going to down kick. Alright, so here comes the fun part. As soon as Lilac is in the water, you should be able to boost. As you boost to the right, there's going to be like a little curved surface. We want to kind of dive kick past that, and then kind of hold down right, basically. So she's slowly decreasing, and we're going to manage her height, but we don't ever want to rise, because the whole concept of rising loses speed also kind of sort of applies underwater. We want to always be in a constant descending motion to maintain all the momentum we make here. And we want to hit a bunch of springs here. So I'll show you, see if we can get this right. Here we go. Boost. Dive kick there. Oops, there we go. So you notice how she'll sometimes nudge past it, but as long as you get past that, you're solid. And then we're going to keep descending, and there's the springs. We're going to hit just when we hit the springs, we do want to do an immediate cyclone. Immediate cyclone. So we're going to hit the springs, and you'll see the cyclone. And we're going to go to cyclone straight up. It's like doing like a parabola style cyclone here. Oops. There we go. Perfect. So then we come back down. When we get past this tree and end up here. Alright, woo, we're almost there. So now we're going to fall down here. Now you can drop kick here, but I tend not to because this is a very short drop and I don't like missing this particular boost right there. Boost, go right. There's going to be 3 mountains in the back. Once you see the third one and Lilac's on it or near it, do a dive kick. Dive kick. Alright, so remember how like in Fortune I said, like, not Fortune Night. In the Relic Maze there was like a free high cyclone? This is going to be a free high cyclone right here. Now normally you can either just jump cyclone to get to this next platform, or you can try the high cyclone, which is way more efficient. And this is a free one. And if you don't get it, worst case scenario, you lose like a second or two. This is a very good place to also practice it. So here we go. We're going to try the high cyclone there. Oh, wow, I screwed that up. Nope, yeah, I didn't get it. I didn't get it anyways. But yeah, if you get it, you can go real fast and then jump into this. So there's going to be 2 dandelions we're going to hit. 1, and then 2. Okay. Now, you see the stalk to the left and right? Those big bamboo stalks here that are really on the foreground. Now, to the one on the right, you'll see on the one on the right, there's that life health thing. And there's it's right on the bar. And there's a bar above that, the next bar over. We want to get Lilac somewhere around that bar, but in between the dandelion and the bamboo. So I'll show you roughly where we want to be. Right here. Roughly right about here. Because once you're here, you're going to boost to the top left. And when you boost to the top left and do it, there we go. She wants to be in between it. My bad. You're going to hit, oops. Okay, yep, a little bit lower. Wow, see, I'm running on muscle memory right here. There we go. I'm going to go roughly like this. There you go. She's going to connect with that. And as soon as she connects with this, we want to hold right while we're doing this boost. And then do a down cyclone. Because this is going to cause Lilac to kind of phase. You notice how she kind of like floated past this? We don't want to catch this because if she keeps going, you will eventually just kind of sort of land here. And this is where we want to go. Now this is not an easy trick, but when you get it, it's so satisfying. Here we go, we'll try again. Oops. I forgot to do the ground cyclone, shame on me. There it is. Boom. So you have to go really fast. Make sure you don't hold the down arrow though. You have to do it real fast and then let go. Because if you hold it, remember when Lilac's cycloning and she's holding the down, she just wants to descend, not ascend. Now, if you miss this particular attack here, there is a backup. It's very simple. You're going to go up here, do a high uppercut, and this spring right here. As soon as you hit the spring, just cyclone. And there you go. You can also, since this is a weird corner, you can just, oops, see if I can get it here. I wish I can here on live. Oh, I missed it. I'm trying to hit the edge of that corner, and I'll show you what happens if you do. Oh, well, if I can hit the corner. There it is. She can also attach to it, which is another way to get up here. But usually if you have good timing on the spring, you should be able to get up here. So I'm going to make a little quick save state here. There we go. So now what we're going to do is we want to go forward. And as we go forward, these enemies are going to be in the way. Now we won't have full energy here. They will probably hit you. It's perfectly fine, doesn't matter. Now, as soon as we reach the edge here, we are going to do a boost right. Okay? And she's gonna fall. Okay, we're gonna see this. She's gonna fall into this, and then you can see like a little mound. As soon as Lilac contacts it, do a down kick, because as she's touching it or about to touch it, and you do that down kick, she will actually fall off it without it at a specific angle, which is kind of what we want. So let's see if I can get it here. If you go straight down, like at an 80-degree angle, that's bad. There it is. Notice how she kind of kept her like not a 45, like a 60-degree angle instead of just dropping straight down. This is what we want, because now as she's falling, we're gonna go a little bit left and then a little bit right. We're trying to navigate Lilac here a little bit here, because there's another mound that we're gonna see here, and there we go. Notice how I'm doing it. Okay, once we get roughly here, we're gonna do a down up cyclone, because we can actually cyclone just under this mound. Oh, I messed it up. That's why I made that save state. But if you do it just right, you can actually cyclone it and land right here without losing too much momentum. So I'm going to try that again, see if I can get it live here. So just boost here, wait till she's about touching, go down. Oh, whoops. I forgot to go a little bit left there. But if you don't go left, you just end up hitting that, and that's not what you want to do. There we go. Oh, that was a little too late. It's a very precise timing, so don't worry if you don't get this particular trick immediately, or even in a full run sometimes. It is a very well timed. So that's what happens, what you just saw, if you did it too early. She'll end up just going like 80 degrees straight down, which is really bad. And you just lose all of your momentum. Okay. Oh, yeah, I screwed up. Alright, I'll get one last shot, and if I don't, I'll just add it to the addendum, what it's supposed to look like. It's not, again, an easy trick, but it looks so damn good. Oh, I did it wrong. Oh well. I'll add to the addendum, and then you guys can check it out here. But we do get to see the next portion here, which I can't mess up. So here, we're going to just jump up and boost. And there's going to be two, basically, mounds that go up and down, up and down. It's like little hills. Now, for each hill, we're going to jump off them. And after the second one, we're going to do a down kick. Okay, because there will be a slope that we're gonna, cyclone off of. Down kick, and then as we keep going, there's gonna be a slope. We want to do a ground cyclone. There we go, perfect. And that will land us right here. We're gonna jump over this enemy and then boost right, and then down kick. All right, so at the bottom of this vineyard background area, there's gonna be a bunch of gold springs. As soon as we hit it, we need to immediately cyclone. If you time this just off, you will not hit to the next platform properly. Like that, you're not going to get to the next point. Okay, I did make it. I didn't think I was going to make it. It didn't look like it was going to make it. Once you get up here, though, you're solid. So I'm going to save another state here. Okay, so this is where fun stuff starts happening. We're going to fall down. Hit that. There we go. And follow this. Okay, as soon as you hit this straight edge portion here, start boosting. Because you're going to do a very precise maneuver. Alright? So, like that. Because when you start boosting, she's going to lock in the air like that. For whatever reason, because probably she's mid-air, and now the boost thinks that she's doing a boost in air instead of just flowing through with it, because it's not actual ground to walk on. And when we do this, Lilac can then do that and immediately down kick, and this will actually cause us to land roughly like this. This is called the Lake Glide. It is very difficult, but if you get it, it's incredibly satisfying and incredibly fast. Once you land here, for about a quarter to half a second, you need to keep moving until Lilac's about here, to which you'll do a down kick. And then after you perform that down kick, you need to wait another fraction of a second and then glide right across. If you do it correctly, Lilac will skip all of this and land here. So let's see if I can get that live. Alright, so we'll do it. Hit that slope. As soon as we hit the straight edge, boost. Oops, that was a little too early. I was still on the curve there. Once you hit the straight edge, you're usually safe. There we go, straight edge. Drop. Ah, I fell off. Alright, I'll get one. We'll get one or two more tries. A lot of this tech is very precise, so don't expect to get it right on Jade. Here we go, fall. There it is. Ah, just fell just a tad short. I'll get one last try, but I almost made it, which means either I jumped a tad too early or I dive kicked too early on the second pass. Here we go. Nah, I'm not getting it. Alright, I'll have to add it in the addendum. It's not an easy tech to do. Even the best players do get this wrong. Alright, so we are here, though. We're going to meet Nero. And The best way to do Nero is you want to keep going right. This bamboo right here will trigger her, by the way. Go to the roughly right about here and take that hit. Because if you take that hit, you can just whack her twice, like that. That's one hit. We want to hit her about 4 times, I think. I got this down to muscle memory. I don't even remember the next precise number of times to hit her, but once you hit her, she's going to jump up and just spin around and throw icicles everywhere. But it doesn't matter, because we're not going to be on the ground. We're going to follow her with the Cyclone, and this is another instance where we're going to use the Cyclone to damage Nira. So we're going to punch her as much as we can, and then Cyclone, and then when she lands, we'll punch her again to take another hit. We want her always to get not backed going right, so she keeps jumping left. Observe. There we go. 1. Just keep repeating it. 2. Okay. Notice how I didn't hit Nira again. Because once she's on the ground, we want to do a rolling boost right. Like that. So why are we doing that rolling boost right? The big reason why we want to do that rolling boost right is cycles. As soon as Nira is defeated, a submarine will emerge from the water, and we want a specific pattern on the sub to be moving at all times. This is called the sub run, and it's really cool when done right. It is extraordinarily difficult to get it precise here, so I'm gonna give it my all here. So as soon as you kill Nira, it's going to activate that whole cycle. So that's why we want to boost as she's on the ground. This way we can immediately get a head start and try to beat it. Because the first thing we're gonna hit is just going to be this like fin that rises up and it slopes down. In order to get onto that fin before it gets too high, we need to have boosted here. So here we go. We're gonna keep going. And then at the edge of this, you're gonna see, there we go. We're gonna do a drop kick, and then we should be able to make this across. So I didn't, which means I killed Nira probably a little too far to the left. But if you did it right, you should be able to cyclone across and hit this right here, and this will allow you to drag across, jump over through this, and then end up here. You did it all correctly. Now I got this whole cycle completely off because the sub is going up and down. There's specific patterns we want the sub to be, because as soon as we over here, boost right, drop. If you did it right, you'll actually be over here somewhere, because the sub is trying to rise, but Lilac's trying to go down, so you fall over here. Instead of it falling, you're not falling with it. So you should be here, and then you immediately do another down kick, and if you got the right cycle, you'll actually be able to land here and get this massive speed. But it's very precise. Don't worry if you don't get it perfectly, but try to get as close as you can to it. So, as much as I love to show that like 5 bajillion times there, we are going to go on to the next screen. Don't forget, this is a fade out screen here, so you can use the fade out trick right here. So here we go, and fade out. Okay, how this works. This is the sub run screen, and I'm going to explain how this works here. The water must be descending. If the water is not descending off the screen, you are on the wrong cycle. The water is ascending here. So how do we fix this? You can fix this with 2 resets. You notice how there's like bars on this pillar right in front of Lilac? Wait till the water is up to the first bar. Okay? Hit reset. The water is still in the air. Reset. You're now on the correct cycle. You may now do the sub run. Alright? This is only if you're off. You know, if the water reaches like past the second pillar, just reset once. The reason why we reset is because if you notice, while the timer is not running, the water is still changing levels. So you can use this to actually save time to reset and get on the proper cycle. Once you're on the proper cycle, you see how the second line, we want to be like to the left, just barely to the left of it. Cut across, drop kick. And then once you get past this, immediately go left and collect all these crystals immediately. Okay, I screwed that up slightly. Alright, so we're going to boost immediately right. Okay. So we're going to boost right, and then you're going to see these like frame, like a little scaffolding. In between 2 of these scaffolding, we want to do a down kick. This will allow us to land on another like fin-like platform like we saw earlier. Like that little, curvy fin. And this way we can land on that. And once we land on that, we're in the green. So here we go. We're going to do a boost. Get between, see there's the 2 scaffolding pieces. Get right in between both of them and then drop kick. Down kick. Yeah, that was a little early. I'm gonna try it again. When I reset, it's already on the perfect cycle, so which is nice. Collect, boost, get in between scalpel lanes. Once you get it, you're gonna keep going until here. You're gonna jump and then down kick. Okay? And then do another down kick. And once you do the second down kick, you're gonna hold jump and get a good rhythm, a good pattern, and just keep going. The more precise and faster, you have to be fast and precise. And if you're both of these, Lilac is going to shoot like a rocket. Now, I can't complete this because I paused, but if I didn't, we'll see what happens. I should rocket like a, well, supersonic Lilac. Get between the two. There we go. Boom, boom. There it is. Okay, well, I lost a little bit of momentum there, but it should lead us here. I'm going to try that one last time, but if you do it right, she should go faster. If you notice she lost a little bit, I got a little off cycle, but I'll try one last time. But you want to end up here. So I'll try one last time, see if I can get that right. This is called the lower subroute, by the way. I will show you what the upper subroute also looks like. There we go. There. Oh, I lost a little momentum. If you do it right, she can keep down kicking across this whole sub. I will have an addendum for what that actually looks like, and looks beautiful. Alright, so I want to show you the alternative to that, because this is actually incredibly precise and requires a lot. Now the other way is you just climb this ladder, jump over this, boost right, and that should land you. Oops, I did that wrong here. I can't. This is an old strategy, so I'm gonna try and remember this. You jump over him, then jump up. Down. Oops, there we go. What was the down kick? I'm having trouble remembering. This is such an old strategy. I have to like try really hard to remember that. Oh, there we go. Jump over him, boost, and then fall. Well, the point is, you want to end up here. And once you get here, you go up. Oops. You're gonna jump, spin, jump. Oops. No. Wow, I'm having a lot of trouble remembering this. Okay, here we go. You go past that, and then you go over here. This is a very old strategy. I haven't done this in a while. Once you get into the center of this, you're gonna, oops. Actually, no, sorry, not the center. You go to the edge, jump, spin, boost, and you'll land here. Drop kick. Oops, sorry, drop kick, cyclone a little bit, and you should end up here. And you're at the same location, basically. Wow, I can't believe I completely forgot how to do this. This is so old that I forgot how to do that. I think you know what it is. Oh, now I remember. You're supposed to boost somewhere here. You want to end up on this guy. There you go. Then you do the down kick. Wow, I had so much trouble with that. You get past that, get up here, boom, jump right where that is, and come down. There we go. There you go. That's the old way. Wow, that took me way longer to remember. So basically, you're doing a whole different routing there. Jumping over that and then boosting forward, land on that, or jumping before it, land on that platform, do a down kick, get across, like climb. You know, you're just going through a maze, and then but once you get through it, you always will land here. It's actually significantly easier to do, but the lower route is 1,000 times faster. Even if you screw it up to a degree, it is still faster. So I definitely recommend practice that lower route. But if you're struggling too much, give the upper route a try. Alright, so either way, once you're here, regardless, now if you do the lower route correctly, you can just pass this without even thinking, you just hold right. But, since we kind of screwed it up multiple times, and I'm having trouble getting the live version of this correct, we're going to do the backup here, which are supposed to only if you mess it up. This method is also required. If you go take the upper route, you have to do this regardless, because you're not going fast enough. You're just going to boost right. Now, you notice how there's little gaps here? There's going to be like 4 of them. That's 1. There's going to be 2, 3, and there's going to be a 4th one, I think. I cannot remember the exact number of gaps, but there'll be a number of gaps. And you're going to, remember how in, what is it? Fortune Night in the mall on screen 2-1. Remember that you had to do that? You bounce off the spring, and then you did the cyclone and drop kick, and then you landed on the water fountain, and then you fall onto this platform. And once you got on that platform, you had to almost immediately do a down kick, because that allowed Lilac to bridge the gap. We're going to do the same thing here, but we had to do it precisely, correctly, 3 times. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Drop kick. Whew. Practice, practice, practice. Remember that. Because that's what it takes to do that correctly. Now, let me get back to the same position over there. I will show you an alternative method in the event you don't get that right. Oh, I almost had it. Darn it. As soon as I do it, I almost had it. I just fell a little short. But that's what it looks like. You just go fast. Alright, so once you're here, and if you're struggling with the drop kick, here's an alternative you can do. The alternative is a little slower because you lose a lot of momentum, but you just boost, cyclone, oops, cyclone, cancel, cyclone, cancel, cyclone, cancel. It's much easier. Much easier, but you lose a lot of time because you're stuck losing frames on those hits. But it's a lot easier to do. Either way, you saw how I did a down kick and then canceled my down kick. This is a slightly slower method. There is a faster method. I will get that into the addendum, mostly because I'm really bad with the fast method and it's really scary to do. And it's somewhat dependent on the cycle. But you do that, you want to end up here. And once you end up here, just jump out, boost, you end up here, drop kick off. This is another fade out screen, so we're going to fade out. There we go. Once we get here, we're almost done. We're going to fall off this platform and boost as soon as we touch the ground and down. Once you do that, go left because you don't want to get hit here. Get as close as you can here, and then you can just, oops, jump up like that and collect the crystals, jump, boost. There's going to be a slope here, just jump up it. Cyclone, there we go. Cyclone, just basic tech. And then once you get here, right here, once you get past that first slope, and then right here, you're going to jump up and then boost. Like that. Then you're going to do, at the edge of this, you're going to do a down kick and a slight glide and then cancel it. Jump up and collect as many hearts as you can and just follow this through. There is a faster way of doing this. I don't like doing it because it's a good risk of screwing it up. I will add that into the addendum as well. You're going to keep going. Oops. Do that again. Because you're going to keep going because there will be a slope going up and we're going to hit that and then we're going to do another cycle. Here we go. Do that again. Follow through. And on the second pillar, you notice there was 2 pillars in the background. On the second one, it's a good time to do it because this is where we want to do it. Jump off of it. Cyclone again. And there you go. Alright. So now, Serpentine. I want to make sure there's no... Is there an auto war for this? Yes, there is. Okay. Serpentine. So this is going to be a lot like the Serpentine from... What is it? From Fortune Knight, at the end of Fortune Knight Act 1. It's going to be the same thing, but instead of boosting on the ground, we're going to boost in the air because there's no energy beam to do additional damage to Serpentine. So we're going to do one hit, make him go left, or yeah, we want to basically make him go left or right, doesn't matter, because we want to boost him into his wall whilst being slightly off the ground. And then once you bounce off it, hit him. Now I kind of screwed that up. There we go. Oh. There we go. That was a really lucky fight because if you let him shoot once, his next move is always going to be the twin pistol blaster. So I'm going to show that again. Always attempt to show that. But you want to hit him as he comes towards you usually. So let him come through. I've got you now. Hit him. Boost. That was really bad. Oh. There we go. So you notice how I'm kind of moving outwards, away from him? There we go. That's what you want to avoid. Because when you move left, you can get a couple more hits in. And if I hit him just one more time, that would have ended the fight. So I'll give you one last showcase of it. But that's basically the general gist. You want to keep him from attacking more than once. If he attacks once, his next move is always going to be that pistol. And you lose tons of time. There we go. Oh, I got really lucky. But it's basically, you're going to have to improvise. There's chances you will mess up. Once he's defeated, he's going to get into a helicopter, and oh my god, you got to take out the helicopter. So, if you struggled with high uppercuts, especially from Sky Battalion, the 2 mandatory ones, there's going to be a number of mandatory high uppercuts here. So, I hope you got those down pat, because we're going to need them again. So, you can do a high uppercut, bounce, and then you're going to do as many hits as we can using normal attacks. Only use aerial spins to keep Lilac in the air and want to keep hitting him. And before you lose all of your momentum, whatever, and you start falling, do a boost to the right, and this will maximize all possible damage onto his cock. So watch. There we go. Once he'll crack once, keep repeating that. There we go, beautiful. Once he falls down, you just do a high uppercut straight up and just do it all over again. Without getting hit. Oh. No. Ow. Yeah, if you're quick enough, and once it cracks the third time, he's defeated, Kira will come and knock him out. If you do this correctly, you will beat him before he did the missiles, which means I did it badly. Now, there is one alternative thing I want to show about this boss fight, is you can actually boost left. It is incredibly scary, but it can be done. If it is, it's incredibly fast. I'll see if I can pull it off at least once. Got him. Alright, that was a little dirty fight. Alright, that was a good one. You gotta wait till he comes down. There we go. Oh, I messed it up. Oh, you notice how he swings? There we go. Ah, I almost got it, but it's a little tricky. I'll try to add it into the addendum, what it really looks like if done correctly. But, you know, it looks really cool. And that's Jade Creek in its entirety. Now, I don't want to wait for this very long and loud cutscene, but that was Jade Creek. So, that was everything. Now, let's see it all together. Whew. It'll be awesome if I get that sub run right here, but we'll see what happens. So this is gonna be everything together. Here we go. So unfortunately I didn't make it. That's what happens when you do it too late. That happens, and that just slows you down pretty significantly. We should be able to get past that. Oh, I missed one down kick there. Got it. There we go. We made it. So 32 seconds is really bad there. Yeah, it's pretty poor. That's what happens when you miss that initial jump, so you want to get that just right. There we go. Did that correctly this time. Yep. That's what happens. I accidentally jumped off of that. That's what happens when you do it. You just end up hitting that. There we go. Got through it. There we go. Getting that bubble is so nice because it arcs you kind of pretty much correctly there. There's the third one. Oh, I didn't get it. It's hard even for good people. There we go. Oh, I went a little too fast. We're gonna do the backup. Oh, try again. There we go. Boost here. Can I get it? Oh no! Oh no! I hit restart on accident. Oh dear. Curse me. Oh well. I get another shot at that now. I accidentally hit restart, my bad. Hey, I got the high cyclone. I was totally trying to show you guys the cyclone. And then I got the dandelion correct. Now we notice we don't have enough energy. That's kind of why we had to like take a hit or two. Oh, I didn't get it. I tried. It was totally to show you guys, I swear. Alright, here we go. Get to the 2 hills. Down, oh, a little too early, but just enough. I'm fine with that. Drop kick. Why do I keep calling it drop kick? I'll have to look that up. Oh, I didn't hit the slope, so it means you're gonna get hit. Oh well. Can we get the lake glide? Here we go. Oh no, I cannot. A little too early. I get past slightly. It's gonna take that hit. There we go. Alright, one more. There we go, got it. Alright, can we get the sub? Yes, so that's what it looks like when you get it just right. It means everything else should now be just correct. Yep, we got it. Perfect. Oh, no. That is not perfect, though. Oh, I got unlucky. So, remember the 2 reset roll? Here we go. The 2 reset backup. And now we're back on the right cycle. Okay, got it. In between the scaffolding. Oh, I missed it. So I'm going to do a quirky little backup here. Even though I know I can't make it, yeah, at least will get me a little where I should be. Do the backup here. 3, jump, jump, slow down, boost. You can kind of see how the other alternative, like jump off the box, is kind of there, but it's a little dangerous if you miss it, especially if the water's not in a good position. Click those crystals, boost across. Jump up, here we go. And after that first slope, go over here. Down kick, glide across, jump up, let's get a little extra health. There is a little bit of health management on Serpentine. If you notice that he does drop health, you can technically use that to get more energy to make sure you're at max energy when you do this boss fight. So it does help.
I've got you now.
That's why I like collecting those, especially. Okay. I hope he didn't trigger it. Oh, I'm off. Yep. I ran out of energy. One more hit. Yeah, 2 more hits. Oh, missed that. Oh, missed that as well. Can the torture end now? There we go. 4 for 12 is not particularly a very good time for me. But don't forget, I accidentally did a reset. But nevertheless, anything under 5 is always going to be good for Jade Creek. So that was a really bad Jade Creek. But it's to show you how everything works, and you got to see some cool little backups of backups. Ideally, what you want on your Jade Creek is you want to get around 4 minutes, just like kind of how I did it. But if you can get under 4 minutes, you are 2 thumbs up. You're on track, because I think the record for this is like 250 something, 240, something like that. I think it's sometime under 3. So if you're within 3xx, you're already doing amazing, and you're already on track to beating records. That is, again, a very challenging level. It's like Dragon Valley. It's a lot of technique like Dragon Valley, a lot of cool stuff you're doing, and it's really satisfying when you get it all right. Thank God it's over. But we're into a level another level I'm not particularly good at, but I will teach it. It's going to be Thermal Base, and Thermal Base is like the ramp up level in terms of difficulty. Things are going to get very difficult in Thermal Base, and there's a lot of dangerous glitches and very dangerous timing. We have to get precise to maximize our time potential. But that will be for next time. That will be Thermal Base. But for Jade Creek, though, I just want to add in one last time. There will be an addendum for a lot of the stuff in Jade Creek. Well, also, don't forget there will be addendums for other levels, if you haven't noticed already, in the descriptions, for little alternative strats, or what it looks like when you get it right, basically. So stuff like that. And you're going to see a lot for Jade Creek, because it's very hard to get it all right live without restarting like 10 or 15 times. So do check out those addendums to see what it looks like to get it just right, so you get a much clearer picture. So that's going to be all for now, and next time, once again, we'll be doing Thermal Base. So until then, keep up the work, and you're getting closer, you're almost halfway through the game. So just keep it up. So till then, I'm signing off.